Welcome to Becoming Unshakable Conversations. This is a place where we question the assumptions that quietly shape our lives, so that we can stop living on autopilot and can start to relate to ourselves and to our lives with more awareness, with more choice, aliveness, consciousness. I don't believe that we are here to fix ourselves. I think we are here to understand ourselves, to get to know ourselves and to get to create ourselves, to become better partners with ourselves. Life never stops changing, nor do we. So how do we stay in relationship with self through all the changes and never wish for something to just stay as it is, to be what it is, to find that solution that will forever be applicable? It's a dynamic situation, this life of ours, and I'm here to help you unveil some hidden beliefs that could be holding you back. Now, have you ever noticed that something in that very quality that made you successful quietly could have become the thing that stops you from enjoying your success? Maybe a strategy brought you to where you are, but it is preventing you from experiencing peace or joy. It's somehow holding you in a mode of operating that prevents you from upgrading your experience. What brought me to thinking about this is just a few days ago, I was driving to town with my teenagers in the car and I was asking a few questions. And one of them asked me, "Mom, why do you always ask such a lot of questions?" And I said, "Listen, you're changing so quickly that 6 months ago, the way you thought was completely different. Do you want me to still respond to you and treat you and speak to you as I did when you were 14? I want to upgrade my understanding of who you are as a person, so I need to question so that I can also question what I'm doing." It's not the easiest thing to let go and give independence and give more freedom to young people if I don't even know who they are and how they think. So now, do we do this with ourselves? Do we question our way of thinking, our way of doing things, way of responding? Habits build without us even noticing. If you're a high achieving, ambitious professional, you might be known as the person who always delivers. So maybe you end up saying yes before you've even checked your diary, even if before you know whether you've got the capacity to take it on. People trust you. People rely on you. They know that you've got it covered. But maybe somewhere along the way, this being reliable, dependable, high energy person can become self-abandonment. Maybe you don't even notice when you're doing it anymore. It's just the way you've always been. Or has it? Have you always been that way, or did it at some point just become the safest way, what you thought was required of you to reach where you are now? Just let it float around you and see where it lands. Or maybe when your children were little, you had to be everything to everyone. Organized, available, thinking 10 steps ahead, making sure everybody's schedules would work together. And this could have made you an absolutely incredible parent, but maybe your children are older now, like mine are, and you're still somehow carrying that same level of hypervigilance. And your body hasn't realized that the job description has changed. Do you recognize yourself there? Or maybe in the early years of business, hustle made sense. You needed to become visible, you needed to get yourself out there. You wore every hat possible. You were the marketer, the service deliverer, the cleaner, the accountant, the bookkeeper, everything. Thank goodness now we can give so many of these tasks to AI, but you know what I mean, with all those hats that you might have been wearing in the early years of business. You basically solved all of your problems yourself. It might have been completely reasonable to be answering emails at 10 p.m. on a Saturday, on a Sunday. And maybe that strategy is what built your business. But perhaps now you have a team, perhaps you have better systems or more experience. And is your nervous system relaxing? Or does it still respond to emails with urgency? Or is there a desire to micromanage? Has your internal environment, your internal state, has it adjusted to this changed scenario? What else could be a good example of this? What about apologizing? A social, relational example. A habit of apologizing, even if it's not your fault. This is a very difficult habit to break. Maybe this could have been something that kept the peace in the house when you were growing up. Maybe it was that way of staying safe in a relationship, but today, is it just creating harmony and peace, or is it teaching your entire family that you'll always come second? Ouch. I know. So here's what I would like you to consider. Maybe there's nothing wrong with the way you are responding. Maybe it's all intelligent, it's all purposeful, it's all strategic and relevant. But maybe some of it could be solving problems that don't exist anymore. Maybe the strategy has quietly become a part of your identity. Maybe you are the strong one, the reliable one, the fixer, the one who never asks for help but is always available to help. So today I want you to notice what it is in your life, at home, with yourself, in your business, in your workplace, that you are doing purely because that is the way you've always done it. Yeah? Not to change it, but just notice it. Just to start noticing those moments where you are operating on an autopilot. And I'll see you next week for the next invisible pattern.